those who are dealing with money. So it's Excel for finance, right? So it's basic concepts. You don't need to know much about mathematics or accounting. It's just basic stuff. So the only thing that you need only just to know how to switch on your computer and how to type basic stuff in order for you to join our training, right? So my name is Issa Ngoie. So if it's your first time to join our session, this is what we always do. We do conduct so many trainings, and for today, it's our first training in finance, especially Excel for finance. So what I'm gonna do, I will try to share my screen first. Yeah, it's a bit fine. So Excel for finance basics, practical tools for financial success. Yeah, let me go first. So this is lesson number one, introduction to Excel in finance. What are the objectives of this particular lesson or this particular module? By the end of this lesson, students should be able to understand what Microsoft Excel is. So number two, identify key features and component of the Excel interface, create and save a simple workbook, perform basic data entry and formatting, and understand how Excel supports financial analysis and decision making, right? So I'm gonna stop sharing first, guys. What are you gonna be learning in this particular training? All right, very, very important. So number one, you are going to understand what is Microsoft Excel and why we need Excel in finance. Number two, you are going to understand some key features and component of the Excel interface. Remember, there's a screen for Excel. What are the key features of that particular window, Excel window or Excel screen? Number three, it's also to create and save a simple workbook. How to open Excel, how to create a spreadsheet or a workbook, and how to save it. And we are going also to discuss how to perform basic operations, how to insert data, how to format your data. And the last one, we're going to understand how Excel support financial analysis and decision making, right? How to make decision, how Excel will allow you to make decision in your particular business, right? Very easy lesson, right? So today you are going to be able to understand what is Microsoft Excel, why we need Excel, especially in finance, how to create a spreadsheet, how to start Excel, how to save, how to insert data, how to do basic stuff, basic operations, how to format, how to change colors, how to delete, how to modify, how to add, all those basic stuff. And at the end, you're going to understand why we need Excel in finance, right? So I'm going to share again my screen. Okay, now what is Microsoft Excel? What is Microsoft Excel? Remember, Microsoft Excel, it's just a spreadsheet application developed by Microsoft. So Microsoft Excel, it's just a software. That software was developed by Microsoft, right? So, and why we need Microsoft Excel? So Microsoft Excel is for what? So it's a software used to do what? It's a spreadsheet for doing what? Number one, for storing. Number two, for organizing. Number three, for calculating numbers. So Excel, Microsoft Excel, developed by Microsoft, that is a company. Microsoft Excel, this is a software or a spreadsheet program that allows us to store, to organize, and to calculate numbers. Remember, we're talking about finance. We're talking about money. Money will be represented by numbers. How to save those numbers, how to organize them, and how to calculate. Remember, you have to pay bills. You have to pay your workers. You have to calculate. You have to budget. All those things requires what? Calculation. You're gonna need a software that will allow you to store your numbers, your money, to organize your money, and to calculate, make calculations on your money, right? Now, why we need like Excel in finance, right? What Excel does, like in finance, number one, it's for budgeting, right? Excel, we're gonna use it in finance, like for budgeting. Remember, what does it mean by budgeting? It's planning how to use your money for income and expenses. Remember, you got your company. Your company, you're gonna have some money that will be coming in, and you are going to do some expenses like paying your workers. This is the meaning of budgeting, like planning how to use your money for income and expenses. And number two, also, we're going to use Excel in finance for tracking our expenses, recording what you spend to see where your money goes, right? So Excel will allow you to track your expenses. Excel will allow you to do budgeting, like planning how to use your money, the money that comes and how to spend it. And number three, it's for analyzing the investment. What does it mean by investment analysis? Studying where to put money to earn profit safely, right? So investment analysis means to understand where to put your money, what to do with your money in order to make profits. This is investment analysis, right? And so Excel also will allow you to do financial reporting, showing a summary of income, expenses, and profits in clear report. So financial reporting means that you're going to summarize your income, your expenses, your profits in clear report. And the last one we're going to talk about forecasting, like predicting future income or expenses based on past data. So guys, we need to understand this. We are talking about Excel, right? And Excel that we're talking about, it's for finance, right? Now, Excel will be used in finance, number one, as I said, for budgeting, right? Planning how to use your money for income and expenses, right? So you're gonna use Excel to organize, to plan how to use your money. The money that will be coming for your business, you need to record, right? Like after recording, you need to know how you are going to spend your money. Now you're gonna need to budget. And for you to do so, you need a software that will allow you to manage your income and your expenses, right? So you're gonna need Excel. Beside that, like Excel will allow you again to track your expenses. You record whatever that you made like as a profit and how to spend it. And number three, we spoke about investment analysis, how to analyze your investment, right? Okay, let's say you want to sell a perfume, right? This is an investment. You need to understand if perfume can make money. can make profit, right? So you are going to collect some data, and those data you are going to keep them in one of the software that we can call Microsoft Excel. And the last, we spoke about financial reporting, right? So most of the time when you are conducting businesses, when you are working for big companies, you will need to summarize your income. Income can come from different places, like in your business. You need to summarize your income. You need to know how to spend your income and how to summarize profits, like in clear report. And Microsoft Excel will allow you to do so, right? To summarize your income, your expenses, your profit in clear report. And the last one, it's forecasting. So Microsoft Excel, again, will allow you to predict future income or expenses based on past data, right? Those are the things you need to understand that we are going to be doing, right? So very easy stuff, and we're going to progress. I'm going to try to share again my screen. If it's fine. Yes. Now, because we are talking about Excel in finance, we are learning how to do calculations, how to record numbers. We need first to understand what is finance. Finance is the study and management of money. When we're talking about finance, we're talking about the study and management of money. What is money? How to manage money, right? And how people, business, and government earn, spend, save, invest, and borrow it. So finance is the study and management of money and how people, business, and government will earn money, spend money, save, invest, and borrow it. Right? This is finance. Now, Excel will allow you now to manage that money using a proper way, like a software that will make your life easier, right? So whatever that you spend, whatever you earn, like profit, you need to keep it in one of the software that we're gonna call Microsoft Excel. So even when people are borrowing from you, you cannot do manual stuff. You need something. You need a software. You need an application that will allow you to do so. So Microsoft Excel will allow you, when you make profits, to record those profits. When you are spending your money, to record those spending, and to allow you to make the calculation. How much did you make? How much did you spend? And how to save, how to invest, how to borrow, and maybe if you borrowed from someone, how to manage all those numbers, right? Now, how to start now this particular program, this software for recording, for calculating numbers, how to start Microsoft Excel, like all versions, right? There are so many versions of Excel. How to start now this particular software or applications. Very easy. You just go to start. You just type there Excel, right? Very, very like easy. You can see the steps here. You click start button, bottom left corner. This is the bottom left corner of your screen. You type Excel and you press enter, right? This is how to start Microsoft Excel, right? For now, we're going to take a blank workbook. For you to take a blank workbook, you just click here, right? This is how to start Excel, a software that will allow you to calculate numbers. Remember, as I said, right? Okay, I was checking if I was sharing. So this is how to start Excel, right? So now I will show you how to save. Sometimes from here, okay, let's say I want to save what I'm doing here. You just go to File, you go to Save, and where do you want to save? Maybe I want to save it like under Download. You're going to give it a name, and remember the extension. You need to save it like under .xlsx, right? So this is the extension. You're going to just type your name there. My report, maybe my financial report, right? So, and then you're gonna choose where you wanna save it. This is how to save. I'll just go back. Don't wanna do it for now, right? So if you wanna open the one that is already there, you just go to File. You can open the existing document, the existing spreadsheets. You can do it here, right? So this is how to start Excel or Microsoft Excel, right? So now we're gonna go to my documents again. Now let's talk about benefits of using Excel in finance. What are the benefits of using Excel? The benefit number one is the accuracy, right? What does it mean by accuracy? Accuracy means that formulas reduce human error, right? You are making money in your business. You cannot use papers. Yes, you can do it, but you're gonna make mistakes. So to reduce errors, you can use a software or an application that allows you to do automatic calculations. So for accuracy, you can use Excel, like an example, automatically calculate total sales. You can start selling like in the morning. You've been selling, people were coming in your business, in your company. You are making sales. Now you wanna know how many sales did you make per day. You can use Excel that will allow you to do the calculation automatically. And we're going to talk about speed. Speed also is one of the benefits, right? The speed here. So Excel can allow you to handle thousands of calculations in seconds. You can calculate the budget for 12 months instantly, right? The speed also, there is no need for you to waste time. So accuracy, speed, visualization also, so Excel will allow you to create charts to explain data easily. Let's say you need to present a report to your CEO, your boss, right? So you can create diagrams or graphics or graphs that will allow you to summarize a report, right? Like a bar chart of monthly expenses. So visualization, and there is also analysis. So Excel will allow you to analyze your data, to analyze your income, to analyze your savings, to analyze your expenses, right? You can use functions for analyzing your data, such as the PMT, the average, and so on, right? So Excel can allow you to calculate the average profit or loan payment, and so on. And another benefit is decision making. So Excel can allow you uh, to plan and compare some of the options and compare your investment returns and so on. And let's talk about some of the history of Excel. So like the first Excel was launched in 1982 and the name was Multiplan. That was the first spreadsheet. And in 1985, the Excel 1.0 was launched by Macintosh. And in 1987, Excel 2.0 was launched for Windows and it became popular. In 1990 up to 2000, Excel was using now graphics or charts and functions and formatting features. And in 2010 and now, there are so many functions like cloud computing, like AI tools, was incorporated in Microsoft Excel, right? So now, what are the jobs you can do if you know finance? Those people knows about finance. What type of jobs they can do? You can become an accountant. You know what is the job of an accountant? It's for recording income, expenses, and prepare financial statement. Number two, if you know finance, you can work as a financial analyst. And what the financial analyst does, you can study data to help companies to make smart money decisions. You can also work as an auditor, check financial records to make sure they are correct and legal. Not only those three, when you know finance, you can also work as a budget analyst, plan and control spending for a business or government. You can also work as an investment banker, help companies raise money or invest in big projects, right? You can also work as a bank teller or officer, handle deposit withdrawals, and help customers in banks. You can also work as a tax consultant, help people in business calculate and pay taxes correctly. And you can also work as a financial planner, like advise individuals on saving, investing, and managing money. You can also work as a credit analyst, like evaluate if a person or company can repay like a loan. You can also work as a risk manager, like identify and reduce financial risk in an organization, or portfolio manager, manage and grow a client investment and fund. So there are so many things that I cannot go through like all of them. Like treasury analysts, manage company cash flow and ensure funds are available. Like economists, study financial trend and help plan future policies or strategies. You can also work as a corporate finance officer, manage company finances, budget, and capital like investment. Yeah. Now, what are the components of the Excel interface, right? So when you open this particular Excel for the first time, what are the things you need to understand from this first before even moving forward? So if you cannot identify those key components, it's going to be difficult to progress, right? So by opening this Excel for the first time, you need to understand that there is what we call a workbook. What is a workbook? Is the entire file that contains worksheet. This entire window, this screen, we call it a workbook, right? So when you start Excel for the first time, you can see what we call a workbook. This is a workbook. This entire screen, we call it a workbook, right? And this workbook will be having what we call worksheets or short a sheet. You see, there's a sheet one. I can create a sheet two. I can create a sheet three. So Excel is like a book. That book will have so many pages, and those pages we're gonna call them worksheets, right? So when I start Excel, it's like you open a book, you have a book. Inside a normal book, you have pages. Those pages, those are the sheets, the worksheets. So Excel it's like a workbook, right? And inside that workbook, we do have worksheet or short sheet, like a book has pages. So Excel is a book, and that book has sheets, right? Or to the meaning. So Excel has sheets, sheet one, sheet two, sheet three, and so on. Or worksheet one, worksheet two, worksheet three, and so on. And inside every sheet, you can save specific record, right? Maybe like in sheet one, I can save my expenses. right? So I can rename like here. Just right click, I can say the income are here. You go to sheet 2, you right click, rename, it can be expenses. So that the expenses will be saved there. And sheet 3, I can rename, it can be savings. Understand? So this workbook has 3 worksheets. There is the income worksheet, expenses worksheet, and saving worksheet. So here I can save other things because it's another page inside my book. Expenses also I can save like other things, my expenses, because it's another page in my book. I can also go to saving. This is another page where I can save my savings. Understand? It's not like Microsoft Word. You only have one page. You can create other pages. This is it. It looks like one book, one page. Inside that page, you got other small pages, right? So there's a workbook, the entire file that contains worksheets. And what is a worksheet? It's a single page within a workbook. A worksheet, this is a single page within a workbook. And there is what we call a cell. What is a cell? This is the individual box where data is inserted, right? So we call a cell one box where we are going to insert data. Like here, this is a cell. Why? Because I can insert stuff inside. This is a cell. It's a box where we are going to insert our data. You can say this is a cell. Those are the cells, right? We call it a cell. Most, when it comes to a cell, we need to understand that the intersection of a column and a row, we call it a cell, right? Where a column and a row will be meeting, we call it a cell, right? So, and we do have what we call a formula bar, right? Formula bar will help us to enter or edit data and formulas. See here, this is what we call a formula bar, right? This is where we are going to do what? To enter or edit data and formulas. So when I'm here, you see, like it's showing there. So I can change the content there, right? So we call it a formula bar. This is a formula bar. Like when I'm clicking here to this particular cell, it's showing me where I can edit it. I can edit from the formula bar, right? So let me stop sharing, guys. We are talking about the Excel, right? When you open Excel, you get a workbook. That entire screen, we call it a workbook. Now, what can you see inside a workbook? You can see worksheets, right? So a workbook has many worksheets, and those worksheets will have will save specific information, right? So this is my workbook. Inside my workbook, I can open different worksheets or shortly different sheets. And those sheets, I can give them specific names, right? You just right click on a worksheet, you give it a name, maybe income. So that page, that worksheet will only save income for your company. And you can go to another worksheet or a sheet. You right click, you rename it, you can call it expense or expenses. Means on that particular worksheet, you are going to save only your expenses, right? This is the idea. And remember, we spoke about a cell. What is a cell? This is a box where you are going to insert your data, right? Or maybe you can also say that the intersection of a column and a row is a cell, right? Remember, a workbook will come with millions of rows and millions of columns, right? So when you open a workbook, you will have millions of rows and millions of columns, right? The intersection of a column and a row produce what we call a cell. And from a cell, this is where I'm going to insert my data, maybe my numbers, right? And when I'm inserting my number from my cell, for me to modify it or to edit, I can use a formula bar, right? So from the formula bar, I can edit whatever that is inside my cell, right? But I need to select it first. You go to your cell, you click once, and you go to your formula bar, you make changes, right? Very easy concept, right? Remember, finance needs Excel because you are dealing with savings, you are dealing with expenses, you are dealing with income. Those things are numbers. And one of the best way to manage them, you need a computer program, you need a software. And that software that we are learning today is Microsoft Excel, right? But if you know already how to start Excel, you know what does it mean by a workbook, the entire screen, and you know that when I'm opening like Excel, there is what we call a sheet or a worksheet. This is a single page inside my workbook. I can create many worksheets, and every worksheet can save a particular information, and you know what is a cell. Like a cell will allow me to enter my data, and when I'm entering my data from like inside my cell, I can see from the formula bar, and I can go to my formula bar, make some changes. Means you are good to go, right? Basic fundamentals of everything is the most important. When you know the fundamentals, means you can progress to advanced Excel, right? So I will be sharing again my screen and we are going to continue. Yes, now you can see here, right? What we spoke about, your formula bar is here, right? Don't mind about the other things. And your sheet tabs, this is a tab that will allow you to play, to move around your worksheet. We call it a sheet tabs. So we only spoke about the formula bar. We spoke about the worksheets. You can see, don't mind about those other things, right? We're gonna be there. Don't worry, guys. So we spoke about all those things already, the cell, the formula bar. This ribbon, it's what? This one. This we call it a ribbon, right? But we're gonna talk about it later on. Now let's revise some few questions just to check if you guys you're good. So those are just a few questions just to check your knowledge on what I've been explaining. Question number one, what is Microsoft Excel? Those are the answers, possible answers or like options. And you can see like Microsoft Excel is a word processing, B like a spreadsheet, C a presentation, D a photo editor. Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program, right? Let's move to number two. Who developed Microsoft Excel? Those are the answers. It's Microsoft who developed Excel. Number three, yeah, in which year was the first version of Excel released for Macintosh? Remember, Macintosh is a type of computer. It's in 1985, so Excel 1.0. Which version of Excel was the first to be released for Windows? It's Excel 2.0. What is a workbook in Excel? This is the entire Excel file. We call it a workbook. Question number 6. What is a worksheet in Excel? This is a single page in a workbook. Number 7. What is a cell? What is a cell? Number 7. The intersection of a row and a column. We call it a cell. Number 8. What is a ribbon in Excel? This is the toolbar containing a command. This one. This toolbar that will have those commands. We call it a ribbon. This one here. And question number 9. Which key feature is used to enter or edit formulas? It's a formula bar. Number 10, which of the following is not a benefit of using Excel in finance? Manual calculations is not. Number 11, which Excel feature helps to reduce human error in financial computations? Formulas. Number 12, which function would you use to add several values together? It's a sum, but we're going to talk about it. Don't worry. So I'm going to stop here, guys. And next time, we're going to continue to basic Excel operations, right? Yes, this is the end of our today's session. Next time, we are going to continue. We are going to discuss about how to do some of the basic operations in Excel, especially in finance. Thank you very much. If you want my support, don't hesitate to contact me. My email address is below and my WhatsApp number. Thank you very much.